Well, good afternoon and happy Black History Month. We're in the month of February and it is that time of year. So, happy Black History Month to you all. And Super Bowl Sunday, excited about today and uh, football game between the Chiefs and the Eagles. It should be an exciting game, and this is the first time that we have had two African American quarterbacks competing against each other in the Super Bowl, and how befitting that is for Black History Month. So this is going to be an exciting game. I'm so excited for it and looking forward to it, and have my food ready to sit in front of my big screen and check it out. So looking forward to that and hope you all are doing the same. And things are going pretty well for you on today. I just been kind of doing some research and reflections and things of that nature since our last show. And Our history is so rich. It's just amazing to me the uh, what we have contributed to humanity from before slavery, during slavery, after slavery, currently. We have a lot to celebrate, and among all the negativity that is being mustered through mainstream media and all this other stuff going on, we have a lot to be thankful for. All right. So let's get into it and let's get ready to do something.
Welcome to the Empower Room for Empowering Moments with your host, Timothy Hughes. Empowering Moments is brought to you by Empower Media, LLC, where we empower you, parents, and the entire community with transformative information to move mind and spirit to a higher state of well-being. So welcome to the Empower Room, and let's get started.
All right, so welcome you to the Empower Room, and I am your host, Reverend Timothy B. Hughes, MDiv, and this is a promotion of Empower Media, LLC, and we ask that you please like our page, send an emoji, share your comments, and follow us. We really would appreciate it here in the Empower Room, and again, you're able to check us out. We do have a website as well that we will get into as well. And Empower Media LLC is a social empowerment entity, and it empowers community through social, digital media, and publishing programs. And we also do special engagements. We have over 25 years of experience, and our website, as I stated earlier, is MPWR Media LLC1.com. Again, that's MPWR Media LLC1.com, and you're able to go to our website and learn more about Empower Media. And we have a menu of services that we provide in regard to presentations and that type of thing as well. So I hope you will go ahead and check out our website at Empower Media LLC1. And I know it's MPWR is a play on words. As I say empower, it's of the way that we have interpreted the spelling, if you will, of empower. MPWR Media LLC 1.com again is our website. All right, and we have our first publication, In the Blink of an Eye. That is a personal experience that I had. Actually, February 14th of this year will mark 9 years of the experience I had, where I had a sudden death sudden death heart attack. I'd taken my wife out to a wonderful event that evening in St. Louis, in February 14, 2014, where one of the main headlines was Mays, Frankie Beverly and Mays. And unfortunately, I'm not going to give the whole story away, but I encourage you to get a copy of the book. It is available on Amazon.com. It is at a discounted rate now, actually, that I think will really suit your pocketbooks very well. So I want to encourage you to check the book out there. It's running about $7 and some change currently right now on Amazon. So I want to encourage you to definitely check out the book, and do have some reviews in regard to some of the comments for those that have purchased the book. And one is I've just finished in the blink of an eye, and it's in its entirety while off on my infusions. And all I can say is, wow, I still have goosebumps. If It's a powerful word and testimony to how amazing God is. And thank you for sharing your story. God is good. All right. So that's one of the comments. Then we also have one that says, Merry Christmas, and I enjoyed reading your miraculous book. It is to the point and points a clear picture. It gives hope and reassurance. Thanks a lot. All right, another one. I received the book and read it in one sitting because it is so captivating. I think it is a great testimony and experience that can be very helpful in recovery and confinement programs, which many of our people, especially our men, find themselves. You must be the son of a mighty Omega Psi Phi man. Good job, which I am. My dad, may he rest in peace, was Omega Psi Phi, and I want to thank Reverend Brown for purchasing the book and lending his review as well. All right, so these are some of the reviews that we have had thus far in regard to those that have purchased the book. And I want to just continue to share the book. I have again been hesitant in regard to sharing, doing book signings due to COVID and that type of thing. So I'm revisiting that. Currently, I have kept saying I was looking to set dates up, but we will get to it. We will get to it. So I'm being cautious, and I think we're in the clear, and things are a lot better now. And prayerfully, we will be able to do that sometime real soon. All right. So the purpose of empowering moments is to share cultural, civic, and inspirational moments. We do also have special guests that have come on and to be with us in the Empower Room. We've been at this for about going on 3 years now, and have had some outstanding guests uh, in the United States, outside the country, in Ghana, West Africa, in Germany. And it has really been a wonderful platform that I'm so grateful to have had all the persons that have been a part of our empowering room and joining me in the empowering room. And some have come more than once. So I want to thank them and thank you all so much for your support and for being with us in the Empower Room, and sharing the information from the Empower Room as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get to our first topic, and that is dealing with the cultural Black History Month, and I want to frame this in the frame of stay woke. All right, stay woke. I was have been disturbed by this word of it being coupled with a negative connotation as relates to the political trajectory, as it relates to, I believe, how people are labeling African Americans, and how it's been structured, and how it's been promoted by mainstream media as a negative uh, word. So, with that, I wanted to look up what woke meant in the context that it's being used currently. And this is what I found out that it means. Woke. I'm unpacking it from the context of how it's being used. Woke in the context used means to be woke in quotes, particularly politically in the Black community means that someone is informed, educated, and conscious of social injustice and racial inequality. Let me read that definition again. Woke defined is to be woke in quotation marks, politically in the Black community, and it means that someone who is informed, educated, and conscious of social injustice and racial inequality. So, in relation to what I remember from the State of the Union address response by Governor Huckabee, she used this word woke quite a bit in her response to the State of the Union. And it's just troubling my spirit in such a way, especially as I understand the definition that I am sharing with you right now, which says to be woke politically in the Black community means that someone is informed, educated, and conscious of social injustice and racial inequality. So, is Governor Huckabee saying, and others, that African American community should not be informed, should not be educated, should not be conscious, should not say anything about social injustice or racial inequality? Because opposite of woke is being sleep. So if you sleep consciously, politically, I would assume that the opposite of that is to not be informed, not to educate yourself, not to be conscious about social injustice or racial inequality. So this is really something that is got my senses up as we are journeying through Black History Month. And I want to encourage us to examine this word and this idea, this propaganda that's being propagated all in the media, mainstream media, about woke. Okay, and it's also tied to the critical race theory drama that is not really what critical race theory is, but it's just cloaked to be able to dismantle what has the progress that is being made in relation to what is being taught as it relates to the truth in relation to the building of this country, pretty much. So with that, I just want us to have conversation, dialogue, pushback in regard to this terminology. And I am got a eye on mainstream media as when they are interviewing folk and they're using this terminology, how they are not asking them to unpack what that means. So that makes me wonder, is mainstream media complicit? Are they okay with this? Shouldn't they be asking questions? Same thing with critical race theory. Should they not be asking questions and really get into what critical race theory is? Or are we just going to continue to ride this wave and see what the end's going to be? That's disturbing to me. So anyway, we have a lot to be thankful for in the midst of all of this foolishness, for sure. But I just wanted to raise that. And with that, to piggyback on that and to counter this understanding, I want to share with you guys a powerful symbol to me that is so powerful. I don't know if you can actually see this well or not, but this is called a unity carving. All right. And this comes from Ghana, West Africa. My oldest daughter was there and spent a couple of months there. And she blessed me with this as a gift on her return. We had a wonderful dinner on yesterday. And I'm just thank God for my daughters. They're all in their 30s, and God has really blessed them to be independent thinkers and to be successful African American women. And I just thank God for them and where they are in their life and the dialogue that we're having. I mean, I had to pinch myself to realize, okay, I'm talking to my babies. You know what I'm saying? And we're having adult conversations about life and future and planning and all that. You know, so it was a wonderful experience. But anyway, I digress. But this is a unity carving, and it's made out of one piece of wood. All right. And what it is when you close it up, they're all together, and then when you let it fall, they're all holding on to each other. Okay. So this is so meaningful, that comes from the motherland, Ghana, West Africa. All right. And I was blessed with a bracelet as well that my daughter gave me for a birthday gift that she made while she was over in Ghana, West Africa. So we have contributed, and we have so much richness in our culture that don't let nobody try to make you feel bad about who you are, where you come from, what you do, where you've been, and what we have contributed and are contributing to this country. We got a Super Bowl today, one of the biggest days in the United States, and there are two African American quarterbacks. Do you know how much money that is generating as we speak right now, and has been generating all week? Really, with all the people that are there at the Super Bowl. So I pray that we can come to a level of civility and understanding and appreciation of each other, um, not just when we're playing football, not just when we're playing basketball, not just when we're playing any sport or a musical instrument or singing a song or acting, but to really see us as people just like we see anyone else. I see you, literally. Let's focus on that through 2023 of being in the ICU mindset. And we'll unpack that at a later date. All right. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go that long with that, but that's just something that's been on my heart, and deeply concerned about what this woke um, uh, mindset and propaganda can create, and what it is creating, which I feel can be dangerous. All right. So the next topic is civic, and it's in relation to the State of the Union that took place on this past Tuesday, I believe it was. And I felt that President Joe Biden did an outstanding job in sharing what has been accomplished through his presidency thus far. And plans that he has in the future as well. I know there's a big concern in regard to Social Security and Medicare, and it appears that he was able to get the opposing party, the Republicans, to stand up and be in agreement that they weren't going to mess with it. But we'll see how that really pans out in the near future, I'm sure. But again, with that, and then hearing I hope that you heard some of the wonderful things that are being accomplished with the infrastructure bill and things that they were trying to do in regard to healthcare as it relates to pharmaceuticals and medicines and laws that they were trying to that they have passed to take away unnecessary fees that we have to pay due to credit cards and travel and that type of thing. I mean, those are positive things that affect all of us. I don't care what party that you may be a part of. That affects every American, because every American has experienced or has a connection with that or has touched that. I'm dealing with some things right now with the medical bill that I have to pay. One of my prescriptions is almost $300 a month. Okay, so I'm deeply concerned with that reality of having to pay almost $300 a month for one prescription. That's no joke. And I feel that there should be more involvement on both sides of the aisle, because it affects all of us, all Americans. I don't care what your party is, what your party preference is, what you affiliate with, if you don't affiliate with, whatever. It affects you, because we all are one human body and we all have issues. And if you are on any kind of medication, those are tied to policies and procedures and policies and bills that are connected to who's representing us. So we can't be concerned about the foolishness of woke and critical race theory and all that kind of foolishness when we have to figure out, okay, am I going to get my prescription to live, or I'm going to chance it and just, wing it. So it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. But one thing that I want to lift up to our governmental officials in DC, and I would say in some states as well, man. Let's go with DC, our U.S. reps. There is for understand, there's a chaplain. So I'll lend this suggestion that the Republican and the Democrats, y'all need to get in a room, and y'all really need to come to some level of understanding humanistically for all Americans, to get back on a pathway of true dialogue without lies and propaganda and fake news, if you will. So when the next State of Union comes and there is a response, that the response responds to what's stated in the State of the Union versus something that's been canned probably about a month before the State of the Union, that it doesn't connect. That's a waste of time. I literally cut Governor Sarah Huckabee off because she wasn't making any sense, because she was not responding to the address. She had a pre-canned speech that dealt with a whole bunch of foolishness that she intertwined woke and all these other things in it that had nothing to do with what President Biden had just said. And there was a time that was done in State of the Union responses. So I pray that definitely. And I know all people are not of the same faith, but I know from what I've been researching, there are a lot of y'all that are Christian. So y'all need to get together in a room with the chaplain and come to some meeting of the minds of coming to a reasonable uh, dialogue, being able to engage with one another without acting a fool like was done on this past Tuesday in the chamber, because that makes us look real stupid. And we seeing balloons flying and all these other type of items flying that have to be shot out the air. It seems like it's happening on a daily basis. We just found out there was another one today. All right. So, y'all, I pray that we can stop this infighting of foolishness and get to the root of what is needed for the American people. And I guarantee you, peace will abound and you will have the support of the people of the United States, because they see you have our best interest at heart. All right. So, that's that. All right. So our last portion of this conversation, if you will, or dialogue, is centered around inspiration reflections. And as I stated, I know the last show we had some technical difficulties, and just been interesting to see the current events that have been taking place and concerns of how I see divisions are being constructed. And I pray that we are able to deconstruct and pray that all of our critical thinking skills are on high alert. And we're also pushing back, of course, not non-violently, but pushing back in dialogue in regard to what appears to be taking root in our country. All right, because to me, it's not healthy. But anyway, I was thinking about the song. Burt Bacharach definitely was someone that I remember who passed early this week. And there's the song that I'm sure a lot of us from my generation and older definitely remember. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. All right, I know it was a popular song by Dionne Warwick who sang it. I know there are other artists that sang it, but the one that comes to mind is the one Dionne Warwick did. That it caused me to listen to that song and listen to the words of that song. And I want us, it would just be a wonderful thing if we could just everybody just take a friend of mine used to call a recess, and just sit back in a quiet place, listen to some music that speaks to our heart, to our spirit, to our mind, and recenter ourselves, if you will. Also, I've had the opportunity to meet and interview and do an article on Sarah Collins Rudolph. And if you all don't know who Sarah Collins Rudolph is, she is the fifth little girl in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing that took place on September 15th, 1963. Okay, that is the very year I was born. I was born in April 63, and this bombing took place in September of 63. And she survived, and we know the story of one of the young girls that was killed in the bomb was her sister, her older sister, that was killed in the bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church there in Birmingham, Alabama. And she's on my Facebook page, and she had said something that she had shared with me before when I interviewed with her, and that is, love is greater than hate. Love is greater than hate. So when I saw that, I needed that at the moment I read that comment, because of what I have been turning around in my head and my mind and seeing and concerned and all that. And then when she said that, I remembered the interview that I had with her and how at peace she was and in love with God that she is. And she is the epitome of this quote, that love is greater than hate. So if she can say that after members of the Ku Klux Klan bombed the church that she was in as a little girl, and her sister died, and three of her friends died also from that, and had to go through the legal things that they had to do in regard to getting those persons uh, that placed the bomb in the church, to get them sentenced. And I know one died before he was able to come to trial. And for her to be in that state of mind today and to be in her presence, man, you feel the power of the Holy Spirit when you are with her and talking to her. And I just love her to death. And I thank her for being doing what she's doing. She is traveling. She has a wonderful book out called The Fifth Little Girl. It's the name of the book, The Fifth Little Girl. It's an awesome read. I encourage you to please get this book. And I am so glad how God is blessing her to be able to travel and to be recognized and be able to share her story. Okay. All right. So she is doing something. Okay. She is, doing something that's adverse to this critical race theory and what they're attempting to do with erasing history and taking books out of the schools and not allowing AP classes that center on African American history in Florida and all this kind of stuff. But in the midst of all that, we have living heroes that are still on the battlefield and still representing what is best for humanity. And that is to love one another, because love comes from God. And we need to remember to love one another, because love comes from God, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. So I want to encourage us on today, during this Black History Month, doing this Super Bowl Sunday, during this political climate that we're in. I know there's a struggle of the change in demographics in the United States, and the majority that have been the majority are losing that position of being in the majority. And I know that there's causing some angst and pains and fears of not being in power, and feeling that maybe there may be some retributions or some retaliations. I don't. We can all live together in harmony as one. I believe that, because, as Sir Collins Rudolph says, love is greater than hate. All right, so that is it for me on this day in the Empower Room. And I want to encourage you to check out our ways of getting in contact with us. You are able to contact us in various fashions on Facebook, and also check out our website, empowermediallc1.com. That's MPWR Media LLC1.com. And I want to thank you all so much for being with us on today. And I hope, there have been some nuggets from this today that have empowered you. And I know I thought it was kind of heavy in regard to what I've been reflecting on and thinking about and researching over these last few weeks, but pray that this has been a blessing to you. All right, so God bless. I'm going for the Chiefs on to this afternoon, and pray that Mahomes will be able to bring the trophy on back to Kansas City, Missouri. And you all have a blessed rest of the day. And thank you for being with us in the Empower Room. Please don't forget to make sure that you leave your comments and like our page. We really would appreciate it. And thank everyone for you all's participation and being supportive of Empower Media LLC 1.com is our Facebook. Is our website, and Empower Media LLC is our Facebook page. So feel free to check out our page, and we'll be back with you all, in a couple of weeks. All right. God bless.
Thank you for joining us in the Empower Room. Hope you have received some impactful information. Please like or leave a comment. See you next week in the Empower Room, brought to you by Empower Media LLC and your host, Reverend Timothy Hughes, aka Rev T.